What's up, tribe? How you guys doing? This is going to be Love After Lockup Season 3, Episode 7. So listen, we start the episode off with Maurice and his wife. And of course, we have this whole dramatic, are they going to cross the state line? Is he going to leave California and go to Nevada? Is he going to violate parole? So here's the thing, you guys. This is either a fake storyline or this is the dumbest shit I've ever seen in my life. And so I tend to feel like they were being very dramatic. I tend to feel like he got permission to leave the state because you not this dumb. Well, at least I hope not. You know you're being filmed for a TV show. You know this is going to air. So they do this whole dramatic thing. She pulls over. She's like, yeah, we're right here. Like, they're literally right on the line. And she pulls over on the highway with cars zooming past. And he's like, really? Let me see what it feels like. So if I'm right here, I'm home. But then I go over here, I'm in Nevada. Man, F this. F this. And he actually literally pees on the side of the highway. You have producers walking around. And he was like, man, let's go. You my ride or die. And she was like, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this. He was like, you my ride or die. You my ride or die. Then let's go. Let's go. You my ride or die. Let's go. So they go. They go to the house. It looks like it's a nice house in Nevada. And now he's ready to meet his in-laws. And so they do this whole thing for the rest of the episode, building up to him meeting up with his in-laws. So that's going to be next week's episode because we didn't get that far. Then we have Destiny and Sean. This is going to be a hot mess. So it's the next day. Destiny is hungover, child. She drank too much the night before, but of course she had a good time. So Sean has to get ready to go to work. She's like, well, why don't you leave you leaving the car? He was like, yeah. She was like, I need to do some shopping. Can you leave me your credit card? And he was like, are you allowed to have a credit card? And at first I thought he was joking, but then she was like, well, no. I'm not, she said, I'm not on parole, but part of my release agreement is that I can't have any bank accounts in my name, any credit cards, like anything dealing with finances, she's not allowed to have in her name. She has over 500 felonies for bank fraud. Felonies for bank fraud. And she said, the government overdraws their account all the time. I don't know why I can't overdraw mine. So Sean was like, sure, you can, he shows her how to use the credit card through the phone, like Apple Pay or whatever. And of course she's like, what? You can do that now? Oh my God, that's crazy. And so she goes shopping. And she's talking about the money. And she was like, well, he doesn't have as much money as I thought he did. And, I've been spending, I've been spending a lot of his money up, but it seems like now he's worrying about money and he's talking about money. And so I feel like maybe he doesn't have as much money as I thought he had. And I'm thinking, ding, 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 ding. Like, this about to be over real quick. This is about to be zoop, that, zoop. So, when he's leaving his his ex-girlfriend, because he never married her. He had 6 kids by her, but he never married her. She calls him, and she was just like, one of the kids wanted a game, and he was like, well, how much is the game? She was like, $40. He was like, oh, okay. So then he starts talking about how his money basically is running low. He done pulled up money out of his 401k, and of course, when you do that, you got to pay penalties on it, and he's borrowed this money, and he's done that, and he was like, basically, he running out of money. And, that's another reason why he's so nervous about her jumping bail, because of course, ain't like he got that kind of money laying around, $50,000, boom, boom, boom. So she goes shopping later on, and she ends up flirting with the lady at the store, right? Some sort of like, it looked like a furniture store, but then her purchase was only like $150, so I don't know. But She's flirting with her, talking about, I would love to be in a throuple. Sean doesn't really know, that I've basically been with more women than men in my life. And, I really would love to have a girlfriend and have Sean. She was like, I love Sean and I really want to marry Sean, but I want a girlfriend too. And, but I haven't talked to him about that part of my life. And so she's flirting with the lady at the store. And the lady, of course, is with it. She down, they flirting back and forth. She go to pay for her stuff and the car get declined. Now, when Sean was on the phone with his ex-wife, she was like, I'm really pissed off about this whole situation. I don't like it. You made your decision and you did what you wanted to do, so now I'm going to have to do what I got to do. Now, Sean said he had money on that card. I think the ex-girlfriend, I think she did that. I honestly do. I think that she still has... Sean seemed like the type of person that would forget to change his PIN number or forget to change his password to stuff. And I feel like she probably still has access to all of his finances. And I feel like she did it because she told him, she said, well, you did what you had to do. Now I'm going to do what I got to do. And I feel like that's what she did. I don't think that's Sean at all. I think that's her. Because when Destiny called Sean from the store, she was like, what's up? Like, what's going on with the money? Like, the car got declined. He was shocked. Like, he was like, I don't know. Like, I don't know what that's about. So I think that's what it is, but we'll see next week. So and of course she's pissed off and she's embarrassed and she ready. I'm sure when she get home, she gonna cuss him all the way out. So that's next. Now next week we're supposed to be having a mid-season finale, and it's gonna be a 2-hour. So this episode really was a lot of filler because I feel like they're gonna give us a bunch of stuff next week to keep us like on a hook. So then we have Quaylin and what's her name? Shayla, whatever. So Quaylin's mom and sister come to take Quaylin out, and she's planning a party, a welcome back party for him. Now, first of all, what you welcoming him back to? Like, he don't know you, he don't know none of your family. Like, his family should be planning this welcome back party. But anyway, he's happy to see his sister. He said he hasn't seen his sister in however many years, and it was a great moment. And Shaylon, whatever the child name is, because she getting on my nerves. She was like, they were taking him out, and she was like, well, make sure you're back by 3. Don't be late. Make sure you're back by 3. Make sure you're back by 3. Don't be late. If you're late, it's gonna be a problem. And I'm thinking to myself, this man is going out with his mom and his sister, who he hasn't seen in I don't know how long. Well, mom too. And I'm thinking to myself, you are treating him like he is 5 years old with the make sure you back by 3, make sure you back by 3. And I'm thinking to myself, why wouldn't somebody plan something different? Because I don't want him to feel like, I wouldn't want him to feel like he has to choose between spending time with her and her family and spending time with his family. Because ultimately, especially since he ain't planning on leaving, he should be spending as much time with his family as he wants to. Neither here nor there. She back at the house while he's out with his mom and sister playing, shopping and stuff. She back at the house planning this party, and she got her family buying balloons and all this other stuff. And her cousin is just not here for it. Like, he is so over it and not here for it. So she was like, well, I have a surprise for Quaylin. And she tells her cousin, I need you to come with me so we can get it all set up or whatever. DeMarc is his name. Chevelle is her name. Okay, I got it right now. Honey, Chevelle done bought this boy a car. They're going to the dealership so she can pick... Now, she'd already bought the car. She's just going to pick it up. She's going to pick the car up. Her cousin loses it. I mean, he goes off. He was like, wait a minute. You are doing way too much too soon. Like, he has not shown you anything. He has not proven anything to you. I don't like it. I don't like this situation. I feel like you are doing way too much too soon. You are buying him a car. He was like, what? Like, he don't even have a job yet. Does he even have a driver's license? The boy went to jail when he was like 5 years old. Does he even fucking have a driver's license? Like, seriously. Like, I'm not even being funny. Does he even have a driver's license? Why are you buying this boy a car? Girl, buy. And it wasn't like it was brand new. It was a $5,000 car, but it doesn't matter. Like, $2,000, $5,000. He don't even have a license. He don't even have a job. I'm with the cousin on this one, but when I say he acted a fool, I mean I'm not in a bad, not in a good way, because I would have acted a fool too. I mean he was going off because he was like, I cannot believe that you bought this boy a car. Like, girl, bye. So, um, the sister was talking to Quaylen, and the sister was like, I was really shocked to see that you done jumped into a whole nother relationship. Like, I don't know nothing about this chick. Like, I really feel like you need to, take your time. I don't know how I feel about, and he told her, look, I really love her. I see a future with her, all this other stuff. So we'll see how that plays out next week, honey. So now we get to, what's this chick name? What's it? Heather? Is it Heather? Heather, the guy that moved to. Hold on, let me get the name for y'all. But the guy that moved, I think it was Heather. Anyway, they usually tell me the name, but I ain't write the name down. Hold on, let me get the name. I want to get the name right. Chat. All right, so Scott and Lindsay, I got the name. Sorry about that, y'all. Y'all know I'll be making up names, child. So Scott and Lindsay. So we finally talked to Lindsay, right? What happened with Lindsay was already in the shoe for a fight. But they told her that her release date wouldn't change based because of the fight. They were just going to discipline her, and she would still leave at the same time. Well, this is her side of the story. One of the guards got in their feelings about it, and they were like, "Oh hell no! Like she got into a fight, she not going to leave." And so one of the people powers that be basically gave her bed away at the halfway house and gave it to somebody else. And so because she didn't have a bed at the halfway house, she didn't get released. And because she was in solitary confinement or whatever, she wasn't able to call anybody and tell them what was going down. Now, I don't know. I still think there's more to that story. And so does Scott. And Scott is feeling some kind of way because he was like, listen, I moved down here based on one thing. And now, you getting in trouble. Your dates are changing up. I spent a lot of money. I done moved down here. I done done this. I done done that. And, you don't even have another release date now. And basically, I done rearranged my whole life, and you on that bullshit. And all I can say is get out now, Scott, because something with her ain't right. And then he gonna say, so do you need money? Now, my thing is this. In defense of Lindsay on this one, she ain't asking for no money. He said, do you need money? And she was like, well, yeah, you could put something on my, so I can go shopping in the store, this, that, and the other. I don't know, y'all. Scott even said, well, I hope she's being honest and forthcoming with me, but I don't know. Something just, don't feel right. And I'm like, if it don't feel right, listen. If your sixth sense is talking to you, you better listen to your sixth sense talking to you. Okay? All right. So, we met a new couple on this episode, Dylan and Heather. Now, Heather is shopping for shopping for herself because Dylan is getting ready to get out of jail soon. And she's at the sex toy store looking for some lingerie and some stuff because they're going to get it in. Now, they've been dating for however many years. She met Dylan at a party. They hit it off. Then Dylan went to jail. And they've been, together ever since. So they didn't meet online. I mean, no like an app or nothing. They actually met in real life, but they've never had sex. And so now that Dylan's coming home, honey, she is on and popping. Here's the thing. Dylan looked like he was a drug dealer / user. He had like 30, 40 mug shots. Like he been in jail a lot. And it's funny, he had a different hairdo in every mug shot. Like this whole different hairdo in every mug shot. But anyway. And yeah, I don't know. Something with Heather is just a little crazy. I feel like Heather is probably a client of his. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like Heather, I don't know. That looked like trouble coming. I've seen the previews, but you can't always go by the previews. But it looked like trouble is coming, child. It looks like trouble is coming. Yeah. So Christiana and John. So John is picking her up from the halfway house so they could go hang out. She, I think, had a job interview and she was going to spend some time with her mom. Now, what's interesting is, John is feeling kind of off because he's like, she's at the halfway house with a lot of people that she used to run with, people she used to get in trouble with. So he is a little bit nervous, about that. But, he trusts her and hope that it's going to be what it's going to be. And we see her with her mom and they have a moment, and her mother is just not feeling this whole situation. She was like, you got married, and like, I don't understand, like, you haven't known him that long. And at this point her mother is worried about her mother is like, basically, you've been in and out of jail your whole life. I need this one to stick. I need you to do right. Like, I don't need you to be worrying about this dude, worrying about getting married. I need you to stick by and stay clean and sober and do the right thing. So, but she looked really cute. She did when he picked her up from the halfway house. She looked really cute. So anyway, um, but I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, we'll see. And that was pretty much it. Like, that was how the whole situation went down. Like I said, this was sort of a filler episode, so we'll see what ends up happening next week with this 2 hour finale, honey. It's a mess. Well, mid-season finale, child. Sound like it's a whole mess. Anyway, let me know what y'all think. Drop it in the comments. Peace.